Whew, things are about to get a little bit spicy, baby. So we have a description regarding the tone of James Gunn's Superman, and one source is calling it, quote, very silly. That's right. They are saying that it is Superman 2 on steroids. However, I feel that DC Studios may have not learned anything from their previous flops. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly why I feel that way. Now, look, before I get started, do your boy three major favors. Please hit that subscribe button. Then, after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. Hitting that notification bell certainly helps. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. Now let's get into today's news. This article is coming from imdb.com, internationalmoviedatabase.com, for those out there who doesn't know. Now, I'm not going to give you the whole article. I'm just going to give you what I need from it. It is titled, Superman, Final Cut Reportedly Wild, Big, and, quote, very silly, unquote, compared to Superman 2 on steroids. One industry insider, Viewer Anand, described the final version of the movie as, quote, Superman 2 on steroids, unquote. This suggests the film will be packed with big action and energy, possibly more intense and over the top than previous Superman movies. The same source also said that the movie is, quote, very silly and very big, unquote. This points to James Gunn's trademark style of mixing humor with grand dramatic moments. Fans of his earlier work, like Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad, know that Gunn often blends fun and excitement in ways that aren't always typical for superhero films. Now, that's all I'm going to get out the article. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Very silly. And I believe them. Let me tell you why. For the last few months, I have been telling you guys that what I have been watching regarding James Gunn's Superman has looked silly. That's right. It looks tonally all over the place, right? And people, they wanted to go back and forth with me. You don't know what you're talking about, and so on and so forth. And here it is. The description of the film's tone is being very silly, not just silly, very silly. And that says a lot about this movie. When you have a film featuring that of Superman, you cannot make it to a point to where it is a comedy. This is not the Guardians of the Galaxy. As I said before, this isn't Star-Lord, man. Come on here. And you got grown-ass men trying to argue with me when I tell them that this looks like it's made for children. I give one person credit. He told me, he said, look, this is not made for adults. This is made for kids. And he likes that. And I said, good. I'm glad that you are man enough to tell me those words, because people out here are trying to convince me that I should like this, even though the movie is not made for me. You see what I'm saying here? It's not made for the 4KO. I'm 41 years old. I ain't a kid anymore. I want my superhero films to be taken more seriously than this. You know, Captain America, The Winter Soldier. You know what I'm saying? Now that's a superhero film. One of my favorite movies of all time. Man of Steel. You feel what I'm saying? Batman versus Superman. Hell, we can also add in that of Avengers Endgame. It's just the tone regarding this movie. It's just not aimed at adults. And speaking of such, why is it that DC does not understand the moment that they don't take themselves seriously, they don't make money? They don't. Think about it. Dark Knight, serious, billion-dollar films. You got the first few DCEU films. All of them had the tone of DC right. All of them made money. The moment that DC got silly, they start flopping. Think about that. Birds of Prey, silly. The Suicide Squad, silly. And people would try to say, well, the pandemic, nah, bro. We got multiple examples that came out that year that tells us that people did not want to watch the Suicide Squad. We got Godzilla versus Kong, and we also got that of Doom. Both films grossed over $400 million under the same circumstances of that of the Suicide Squad. I don't want to hear that. However, when the pandemic was over, what was the excuses? The Flash, silly. Shazam and the Fury of the Gods, silly. Wonder Woman 1984, silly. And speaking of Wonder Woman 1984, after watching a few clips of this film, I get the feeling that that is what James Gunn is going for. That's right, a timepiece. The tone is as light as a cartoon, right? Visual effects, you know what? It's aimed at kids, so let's just go ahead on and just let it go. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Watching that clip of Superman say, "What the hey?" I'm like, dude, what kind of dialogue is that? What the hey? What is that? Whitey Bonnets? That's the same thing as saying where you at? I mean, come on. The dialogue in James Gunn's Superman is absolutely trash. The visual effects that I am seeing so far is absolutely trash. The tone is trash. That's right. Superman interacting with this damn dog all over the place. Nah, I'm proud. Look. I'm too old to be excited about a kid's movie. You feel what I'm saying? I am too damn old. And I knew that this was coming. I knew it was coming from day one. When I gave criticism to James Gunn for his previous work, people were saying, no, this is going to be different. This is going to be different. No, the hell it's not. No, it's not. It is the same thing that we have been getting from that of James Gunn the moment that he touched Guardians of the Galaxy. It is the same exact thing. The only difference here is it is Superman. And Superman is not some unknown character. And speaking of the tone of this film, when they say Superman 2 on steroids, do they not realize that they're saying Superman 3 and 4? Because that is Superman 2 on steroids. Superman 3 and 4. Yeah, Superman Returns toned it down a little bit. That's right. Superman Returns is a film that is a continuation of Reeves' version. A lot of people do not know that Brandon Routh was playing Christopher Reeve's Superman. So there were 5 Christopher Reeve Superman films. Superman Returns is one of them. Superman Returns toned it down a little bit. Not gonna lie, Superman Returns at least got the tone of Superman right. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being targeted towards adults, they needed to understand that, kids may not be into a man in tights in his underwear. So they tried to bring the focus back to adults with Superman Returns. Then you got Man of Steel, right? Phenomenal film. Superman's in there. He has grown up. You could take him seriously. Tonally, it was right. You know what I'm saying? People talking about he didn't smile enough. He didn't save enough people. Oh, man, what film did you watch? But here it is. We got this movie, this convenient movie, right? Little girl walking while a kaiju is stumping behind her, and she doesn't even know that the kaiju is coming, and Superman has to save her. And you could say, well, maybe she's deaf, maybe she's blind, but hell, the tremors from that kaiju will have her falling the fuck down. This is a convenient ass film. That's what this is. People just standing there. Superman holding up the damn kaiju's feet. People just standing around taking pictures. That's the tone of this film. It isn't to be taken seriously. Superman fighting in the sky, and you got this chick taking selfies for Facebook Live. That's the kind of movie this is. This is why I'm not excited about this film. If James Gunn took this character seriously, maybe I would get on the hype train. But I cannot get on the hype train because this is not Superman. This is Star-Lord in a Superman suit, directed by a goddamn man who doesn't understand comic book movies, if you ask me. They're more than just emotional goddamn moments. Where the good stories at, man? Where's the good stories? That's right. So with that being said, have at it. If silly is what you want regarding that of DC, just understand the majority of the general public doesn't want silly, which is why the MCU has also died down. Think about that for a second. I'm your boy O. Hopefully you have watched this video all the way to the end to help you borrow that algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. Trying to reach that big number of 100,000 subs. So I'll be highly appreciative. You will help me cross over that threshold by hitting that subscribe button. Then after that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. Hitting that notification bell certainly helps. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. But in the comments below, let me know, what do you think about this description of James Gunn's Superman tone? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Or do you feel like I'm being a little bit too over the top? And always remember, let the love on dom roulette. That means let the good times roll. But let me know in the comments below.